Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
Ich warte seit Wochen auf diesen Tag und tanz vor Freude über den Asphalt. Als wär's ein Rhythmus, als gäb's ein Lied, das mich immer weiter durch die Straßen zieht. Komm dir entgegen.
Hello and welcome to Gegenpressing, the Bundesliga podcast. I'm Manu and he's Stefan Bienkowski, and I'm back from my holiday, Stefan. Thanks for filling in with everything you did. I know there was already in the main show yesterday, but thanks to Matt and Mary to come on, filling in while I was basically hanging out in Quebec, the La Belle Province, eating all the cheese and eating my body weight in protein. Again, if you want travel advice, just ask below the show in the notes. I'll happily oblige there. I don't think many people care about travel advice from Quebec. But Stefan, how's it going? How's your day been?
Yeah, very well. It was great to have Marie and Matt on the shows last week. It's always nice to have a kind of refreshing change to the pace of things, new perspectives and opinions. We obviously tried to get Matt on as often as we can. Tried to get Marie on as often as well. I think she's fantastic. And she was saying to me after the show that her day-to-day job usually revolves around Bayern, so it's great fun to come on the podcast and talk about Dortmund, for example, which she thoroughly enjoys. So we'll get them on more often as we can. It's just great to have a kind of supporting cast of people as well. I know subscribers like it as well. So, but yeah, I'm doing very well. Looking forward to kind of the return of domestic football. International football just kind of feels like a bit of a haze. You know, games are on at different times. Your weekend routine's all kind of mucked up. And I mean, obviously it comes with lots of good things and bad things. And also the games are just on like different. I don't know if it's like in the US and North America, but like here, like all the international games are on a completely different broadcaster, which most people don't actually subscribe to. So it's just not really part of the kind of day-to-day discussions really like most football is. So yeah, it's good to be back into the kind of normal swing of things, I'll put it that way.
Yeah, no, it's totally true. I mean, the Germany games are usually on the zone, but I think for this US tour they have a different broadcast deal, or maybe not one at all for Canada. And then in US it's like the US game I think is on a different broadcaster than the Mexico game. It's a convoluted mess. That's just how it is. We still find ways to somehow watch them, I guess, the games that we need to watch. But I always notice that too. And then, of course, on this US tour, it's like so weird. Like the Germany game is at 5 p.m. my time, whereas I'm like, what? Usually that's when I'm supposed to be off. So it's like a little bit different. But yeah, I'm glad the international break is nearing its end, because one of the reasons why I was off last week is because not much happens at the international break, right? Like in Germany, there's this term that they use, Sommerloch, which is like the summer hole. It's usually referred to politics because Parliament goes on a summer holiday, right? And nothing happens. So all these like politicians, everyone who covers politics has to come up with stories. The international break is kind of like that for transfer experts. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you see the transfer experts in quotation marks, because Stefan, this is a belter. Christian Falk from Bild is reporting that Liverpool is interested in Jamal Musiala. There is no talks between Bayern and Musiala to extend the contract, which expires in 2026. So that's the next World Cup, if you're keeping tabs. Sigh. Audible sigh. I don't know. I mean, are Liverpool interested in Jamal Musiala? Sure. I mean, come on. Like, we all know they are. Has the agent properly told Bild that there is interest from Liverpool? Stefan, I would say as much as well, but this is one of those things. You and I have these conversations with agents all the time, right? In our job, it's like, oh, hey, what's going on with your client? Like, is there talks with Bayern Munich, or like, are you currently talking with your club? What's the news story here? Hey, is your player moving? And then the agent will say like, hey, yeah, there isn't much movement at the moment. There's some interest. Oh, so which clubs are interested? Yeah, Liverpool. And then they drop a bunch of different names, and you just know what's going on here. And I reckon that's exactly what happened here.
Thank you for listening to Believe. You can show support to your host by subscribing to the show and giving us a 5-star rating on your preferred platform. Check us out at Believe.com and search for BLEAV on YouTube.